Also, if you don't want your makeup to break apart from sweat and everything, mixing your foundation in with your primer literally makes the foundation act as a primer. The harder and the drier that place is, once it cracks, it will be like you are breaking crackers. It will literally break on your skin. Hello, welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, I'm LYDIA STANLEY, and if you're not new, thank you so much, Butterfly, for coming back to my video today. In today's video, we are going to be getting glam. This is the look we're going to be creating from start to finish using only our precious beloved Nigerian makeup brands. I'm going to be showing you some new stuff, teaching you some tips and tricks, and also letting you know what I think about the products as I'm using them and all of that. Teaching you, this 2022, flawless has to be our name. When they say a butterfly, they say flawlessness, and that's what I'm going to show you. Can you believe this is a Nigerian beat? Like drugstore affordable stuff. Keep on watching to find out how I achieved this look, okay? Before we go into the video, really quickly, I wanted to talk to you about DOSSIER. DOSSIER is a perfume company that specializes in creating your favorite designer fragrances, only that theirs is very affordable. They have minimalist packaging, minimalist bottles. The scent that inspires each fragrance is properly done, honestly. I first smelled Carolina Herrera Good Girl in their bottle before I bought the main bottle, and once I sprayed the actual bottle, it made sense. Like, it was so apt. I have two perfumes to show you today, and I have been testing this since last year to get my opinion on it properly before coming to show you about them, and these are amazing. The first one I have to show you is called Ambery Saffron, and the top notes are saffron, orange blossom, middle notes jasmine, plum, cedarwood, base note oak moss, fire balsam, and amber. This is inspired by Are You Even Ready? Maison Francis Courtigan Barakat Rouge. Barakat Rouge. If you're a perfume lover or a frag head, you will know how amazing that perfume is. And when I smelled this, it smelled exactly, let me not even front, it smelled exactly. It's just that the Barakat Rouge, the main one, was more intense than this. I don't own that one, but I've smelled it from my friend, and when I perceived this, like, it took me back to that memory instantly. You can see how far gone I am already. That's how much I love this. Like, I use it non-stop. I love the smell so much. I love the smell so much. It wraps around you. The orange blossom is so beautiful. The bottle also has the notes here, just in case you're wondering. It also has the notes here. Oh, this perfume smells so good. This is my favorite among the two I have to show you. So this has an 18% concentration, and they say our mission is to deliver the highest quality luxury inspired fragrances at a fair price, giving you freedom to explore new scents. Thank you for giving us a try. Barakat Rouge is like almost 200k, 200,000 naira. It's not more self, but here I am holding it. Iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. That's what's in here. This clasp here, it has this, and it helps you make sure that your bottle doesn't fall. See, I'm picking it by the cap, and it's not falling down. This is such a good thing to have in your perfumes, because you know how you can mindlessly just pick up your perfume from the cover, and if it doesn't have this magnetic stick, your perfume is broken on the floor. Your scent is wasted. Barakat Rouge, Ambery Saffron. If you want to try anyone on their website, just try this out. Just let this be your first one, okay? The second one I have to show you is called Gourmand White Flowers. I haven't used this one as much. Like I said, the Barakat Rouge is my favorite, but then this is so good. I'm going to read the names now. This is inspired by Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb Eau de Parfum. Top notes are bergamot, green tea, freesia, berries. Middle notes are white flowers, orchid, rose. Base notes are musk, patchouli, caramel, and vanilla. And yeah, this one really does smell nice. I use it on days when I just want to feel like I'm in a garden. It's not as sophisticated as the Ambery Saffron. Gucci Flora. That's what this reminds me of. But anyway, and it also has the same clasp as well. You get 50 ml of perfume in here, and it lasts you a really long time because you know it's perfume, and you know you get a pretty decent amount. Honestly, this has lasted me. Imagine me saying I spray this all the time, and this is just how far I've gone. The nozzle as well is well made, so it's not just spraying it like water, it's actually spraying it, like distributing it properly. Check out Dossier perfumes. I'm going to leave them down below linked in the description box. Tell them I sent you, and you definitely love this. If you're someone that wants to try out like designer perfumes that are like 200k, 300k, and you know that's not money you want to be spending. This is an affordable way to enjoy the scents and try out so many. You know I'm always going to put you onto the good stuff. Now that I'm done showing you how to smell like a snack, like a million bucks without actually spending so much, let's get into this tutorial. Moving into the tutorial, we're going to be starting with my Gunu Effect Rose Water. I love to use this to just, you know, wake up my skin and just hydrate myself before makeup. Hydration is important because your makeup is not going to look flawless, it's not going to melt into your skin if you do not have proper hydration underneath it. Okay, next I'll be listing all the products I use down below, but I'm using Elsa's Pro Intensive Moisturizer, Intensive Moisture Balance. Moisture is your friend, and this moisturizer, whether you don't have glow in your life, it will bring the glow out by fire, by force. I love it so much. While the moisturizer is seeping into my skin, I'm using this brow set from JLux Beauty. Guys, this thing is so amazing. Brow gel, that's what it's called, from JLux Beauty. So I would leave their handles as well. So if you see an @ it's their Instagram handle in case you want to purchase anything. Most Nigerian brands, they sell on their Instagram, not on websites. Just a few that have websites, but most of them sell on Instagram. What this does is just to make my brow hairs like seem like they are fluffier than they actually are, and just keep them in that state until I want to wash off my makeup. Your brows are still in place even if you use an ordinary pen. For primer, you already know I love this one from Hager and Esther. It's their skin filter primer. But on my wedding day, I discovered this because I told Esther to pack up makeup for me, and she brought this along. And this is from Zaron. This is the oil-free pore minimizer. This thing, when I tell you, it makes your skin baby smooth, like poreless, like very smooth, very like airbrushed, like you don't have any holes in your skin. So what I like to do is I'll apply this. I put this into my foundation mix. Yes, I mix this into my foundation. It gives it a very amazing texture. You'll see that soon. And then I use this as my base. You have to, if you want to get the results I'm showing you, you have to do them in the steps I'm doing. There's a reason I mix it into my foundation. Okay, so I'm just going to warm that Zaron one on my hand. You need to warm it up before applying. And let me just show you. The way this thing blurs out my face is just unbelievable. You want to take your time and make sure that this goes into your skin. And these primers are very affordable. This does what Becca Matte Primer, Poreless Primer does. I'll leave that to sit on my skin for a bit while I add in my foundation. So I'll start to mix my foundation. It might be a bit too much if you're an everyday makeup wearer, but if you're not and you're looking for that good glam, most of these steps I did them on my wedding day as well. I promise I'll have a tutorial soon teaching you how to do proper bridal makeup, how I did my wedding makeup, because I did my wedding makeup myself, right? So yeah, but I'm just going to be applying the primer here. Let me drop this now. So I like to mix two foundations. this one from Zickel. This one from Zickel mimics the is it Huda Beauty Matte Foundation now? There's a foundation, high-end foundation that this one mimics in its finish. Yes, it's very good, this foundation. But you can see my skin, I'm red undertoned, I'm not yellow. You can clearly see how this is yellow, right? You can see how that's yellow and this is red, if that makes sense. Let me know if you want a detailed video on proper shade match and undertones and all of that, because it took me a while to understand it. But that is why I'm adding this into this, and they are both different finishes. This gives you a very, it's literally called In My Skin, so it gives you a very skin-like finish. Very, your makeup is melting into your skin. Nuban Beauty stands out for that. If you want a makeup that does like NARS or Fenty Beauty, like the skin finish kind of makeup, Nuban Beauty is the brand for you. They are curated for that. And then even Younger Beauty now are trying to get into skin as well. I'm talking too much, let me show you. So I put a tiny pump of this Zickel one too. The pump does not work, so I just add it there. Also, if you don't want your makeup to break apart from sweat and everything, mixing your foundation in with your primer literally makes the foundation act as a primer, so there's nowhere your makeup is going to. I'm going to mix it in now. Continue mixing until everything is combined. And this literally gives me my perfect shade, because the red in the Nuban Beauty balances out the yellow in the Zickel. Can you see how beautiful that match is? It's important that your beauty blender is damp and not wet. If I squeeze it now, you won't see any water coming out. Maybe you see a few sharp. Let me squeeze it well. You need to squeeze it so that no water comes out, because water will change the consistency of your foundation or what you're trying to blend. But then you need to make sure water goes through it to make it this soft. And this beauty blender is from Beauty Line by Didi. Listen to me, if you don't buy anything from this makeup tutorial I'm showing you, invest in this beauty blender from Beauty Line by Didi. The fact that it's even brown alone, that doesn't mean you should not wash it when you use it, but the fact that it's even brown alone, it's so soft. It's the right amount of porous. You know, some beauty blenders are a bit too thick. They don't have the holes in the skin enough. They don't have the porosity, is the best way I can describe it. This is their right amount of porous. Some of them are just like more latex than they are porous, but this I'm just going to blend that out, literally choosing the easiest tool in case you want to follow me with this tutorial. If not, there are so many amazing brushes from Vicabel, from Younger Beauty. Let me show you one Younger Beauty brush just right here. This one for applying brushes, applying makeup. So I'm going to maybe use this. It's just all around nice, honestly. Let me show you just how you can apply. You can apply it a lot more full coverage than this side. Of my talk, I realized I forgot to do color correcting. So I'm going to do it. I'll still go over it with foundation, sha. Don't be like me. Color correct first before blending anything in. Always make sure that your foundation either matches your skin, like that's the best way to first go, or it's a tad bit darker. Please never go lighter with your foundation. Forget what you see online or all the cakiness and all of that. Like, that's not the right way. Maybe those people have a reason they're applying it, but if you're someone that's trying to apply makeup to look pretty, to look put together, to look like you know what you're doing with makeup, do not go lighter. Try to get your exact match. Beautiful, beautiful. Next, I'm using concealer. So there's a lot of products, right, that I love from Nigerian brands for concealers. They are making me so proud. But for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you things that are quite new. So I just want all the products to shine, you know. So I'm not going to be using just one Nigerian brand because there's a wide range for you to choose from. But these ones are literally so good. They just launched from Younger Beauty. And I have the shade SMC4 here and SMC2 because this SMC4 is not light enough for my highlight, and the other one is too light, so I'm going to be mixing them, and then I'll be using SMC6 for my contour. When applying concealer, you want to make sure that you are also matching your skin shade. You don't just use any shade to highlight your skin tone. It will not be flattering on you at all. Make sure that whatever you're using matches you with like 2-3 shades lighter, except you're going for like the extra dramatic look. But if you honestly do not know, I'm telling you now, make sure you highlight with concealer that is close to your shade, that matches you somewhat. So if I was going for like an everyday look, this would be fine, but you know me, I just want a little pump under my eyes. Look at how that concealer went. Like, I did not even need to dip it in twice, and it went all over my face. So this is how I'm mixing it. Just the other one is just in my inner corner, just to create like a highlight. When applying concealer, you want to make sure that you are also matching your skin shade. You don't just use any shade to highlight your skin tone. It will not be flattering on you at all. Make sure that whatever you're using matches you with like 2-3 shades lighter, except you're going for like the extra dramatic look. But if you honestly do not know, I'm telling you now, make sure you highlight with concealer that is close to your shade, that matches you somewhat. So if I was going for like an everyday look, this would be fine, but you know me, I just want a little pump under my eyes. Look at how that concealer went. Like, I did not even need to dip it in twice, and it went all over my face. So this is how I'm mixing it. Just the other one is just in my inner corner, just to create like a highlight. And since it was just one dip of concealer, I know it looks like a lot because the concealer is very buttery, but I promise you it's very little, thinly spread around my face. It's not cake, it's not thick on my. Use this beauty blender to blend it all out. Can you just look at how buttery this concealer is blending out? Ha! When I did the video for them, because I worked with them for this launch, when I did this video I was in so much awe. Then the other shade to contour. Literally just one stick and I'm done contouring my face. Like, that's how creamy this concealer is in one applicator. So you already know when you buy it, it will last you a long time. You want to blend your contour upwards so it kind of frames your face, not downwards, so it doesn't make your face look droopy. I don't know if you've heard that before, but if you're applying contour to the sides of your cheeks, don't just blend it. And you can see there's still, even though I've not put any concealer or powder underneath there, there's still a line. This is what's going to create that, like, you can see, that's what's going to create that chiseled look. But if you just blend it anyhow, you're wasting your time. You shouldn't have even placed the contour in the first place. If you see me using any brushes, purple ones are from Younger Beauty, black ones are from Bicabel. They're both Nigerian brands. Like, those are the only two brands for sure I can tell you that they have the most extensive brush sets that I've tried. Like, you can literally get any brush you're looking for, like professionally or personally. To blend out your nose contour, just take that same brush and just, because of how it's slanted, just bring it in, and then your nose contour is blended out. Take off this because I feel like I'm done doing my skin, so it will protect it enough. Let me. Ooh. Hi, mama. I want to share with you a Crimp blush hack, okay? While doing your skin, before setting with any powders, pick up your beauty blender and take up a blush palette of your choice. Spritz a setting spray of your choice. I'm using rose water. put your beauty blender in there. Don't be shy. Swirl it in, swirl it in. There you have it. Your cream blush is ready, and you can do this for any color of your choice. Just go ahead and place that on your skin, and this will make your pigment blow up and make your blush sit put without going anywhere. Just look at that. It's important you know that you can only do this when your makeup is not yet set. I've never tried it without, you know, with setting my makeup first, because this is liquid and you can move any powders that you've placed down if you're not careful. I like to apply blush to my nose, just a little bit. I love this so much. This is a Mood Beauty Bloom palette. It's also a Nigerian brand. I love this so much. This is a Mood Beauty Bloom palette. It's also a Nigerian brand. I'm just going to go ahead and blend out. You see that this line from there, that's what I'm blending out. You must always aim for blending out and blurring out lines as much as you can. Like, don't worry about the whole flawless makeup first off. Just with each step you're doing, try to blur the lines, and I promise you they will all combine to give you that flawless bit that you're looking for. So once you're doing your foundation, make sure that you've blended out everywhere before you proceed to concealer. Don't be lazy. When you put concealer and you notice any patches, make sure you've blended it out well before moving to the next step. Don't leave it and hope for a miracle at the end of the day, if that makes sense. Like, slowly build up your flawlessness, if that makes sense. And Younger Beauty too launched their powders called Perfect Smooth Setting Powders. This is the shade Custard. I just want to use a bit of Zickel just to show you the variety, but there's literally so many good brands. This is the Nuban Beauty one, just right here. I love it so much. It's right here. Like, these are all the powders I use, and maybe my Huda Beauty, but then this is a Nigerian makeup. Why I'm mixing two powders is you don't have to do it. You can just go in with the one setting powder you have. This one is it has little bits of specks of shimmer in it. I don't like using a lot of this, because if you use a lot, you will see shine everywhere on your face. So just very tiny. This brush is from Younger Beauty and it's called the Multi Plus. I'm putting the powder right here, and I'm just using that to set my face. You want to make sure that you do this step first, because if you're just going with your powder, your concealer might be too wet and you won't have a very flawless blend. It might set, you know, some places will set more than the other places, and that will contribute to your makeup being patchy. So use a brush, not a beauty blender, a fluffy brush, any fluffy brush you have, that will do the trick. So you set first, then you bake. Look at how flawless that is. Now I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I'm using this Younger Beauty powder in Milky to bake now, because I know when I'm done and I want to blend it out, it won't be cakey. This powder literally blows. What? Blur Effect was the perfect name for it. This is the same beauty blender I've been using to apply my foundation, and someone was asking me the other day when I did a live takeover on Zickel's page that how do you avoid smile lines, and I jokingly said don't smile. Smile lines are like an actual wrinkle on the face. It's wrinkles. You don't get rid of wrinkles with makeup. It's like saying you want to cover the bend in your hand or your wrist. Like, if you apply a lot of makeup, this line in your wrist is going to cover. It's not. It's there now for you for life. Some people have some tricks, but I'm going to tell you this for sure. All those people that tell you set, put powder there, put mattifying powder, set it. The harder and the drier that place is, once it cracks, it will be like you are breaking crackers. It will literally break on your skin. But if you just set your makeup properly, like, You know, like I've shown you, lay your moisture down, let your skin be hydrated, put your powder. This makeup is a matte makeup. An oily person can wear this makeup and their makeup will last pretty much 7-8 hours. These are most of the steps I did on my wedding day, and my wedding was outside in a garden under the sun, and I was dancing. So you know that I've tested these tips I'm sharing with you. You can't do much for a smile line, but do not overly set it with powder, like going with extra powder there. Just set it normally, so that when your face, when you're smiling or talking and it's cracking, it's flexible. The powder has room to move. It's not packed tight, if that makes sense. So when it's moving, you can see a tiny line, just something very tiny, but not to the point where it's like, what can I even use to explain? You know that guy in Fantastic Four, that Earth guy, that one that has fire in his body or something like that, cracked. That is how you look if you put too much powder. So don't listen to all those people online. Just set it regularly and you'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and clean my contour just a little bit. For bronzer, I'm using this Elsa's Pro Double Blusher, and I'm going to use this is in the shade number 2. It has a red and a brown. I'll be using the brown side to contour my face. Again, you're pushing the product upwards. Despite all this blending, the cream blush is still sitting pretty there. Right now, how I've been liking to do my contour on my nose, just to focus it on the top part. If you've not been doing this, try it. Focus it on the top part, like this place between your brows. That's the nose bridge. This is the nose bridge, but like here, this area here. Also blend it into your brows, even if you do your brows before foundation, like blend. And it gives you a very flawless, same bronzer I used. I did a fluffy brush as well, a very fluffy brush. This is how fluffy this one is. And you just get this like sultry bad bee vibe with your makeup. Like, I know what I'm doing, everything is flawless. That is what you're telling people. That's the energy you're giving off. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial so far. Please stop right now, pause, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Have you learned anything thus far? I'd love to hear back from you, butterflies. Before eyeshadow, let's do brows. For brows, I'm using my Beauty Line by LYDIA pencil. This pencil is so amazing. It's so versatile and it's so affordable. I have so many copies of this. Like, if you want me to see, even just right here, I have 2 sitting. One for my lip and one for my brows. It is so good. I'm just going to sculpt my brows really quickly. And that's how easy it is to do. And it can match a variety of shades. You just need to either press it more or reduce the pressure in your hand. And I've not put any concealer. You literally just need your arc to be highlighted and sharpen your brow pencil when doing your brows. Look how good that looks. You're blending it out as you're going. Very little concealer. Gone are the days of packing concealer there like you're about to go for war. I'm using this Secure the Brows Tinted Brow Gel from Beauty Line by LYDIA, and I'm just going to do on one side so you see what that does. But it basically just adds more fluff to your brows. Who doesn't want more fluff? It lightens it up a little bit depending on what shade you use. This one is shade number 1 and it's called Taupe, so it's not as bright, but you still see the effect. It's subtle, but it's there. I don't know if you can see that. Comment right now if you can see what that did to this brow compared to this one. So I like that, and in person it looks very like fluffy, you know. I didn't do too much. This is how my brows are, except for the definition with the concealer, but like, yeah, I like it. I unfortunately do not have any eyeshadow primers to show you from a Nigerian brand that I love, because they be slacking. Nigerian brands, what's up? Like, who is going to be the first to give us a Plouise type standard eyeshadow base? Not the regular, like there are a lot that have primers, but they're actually either too oily or they don't do what needs to be done on it, or they are not pigmented enough, or they are not opaque enough, or they don't set your eyeshadow as good. Long story short, I'm using my Plouise primer. You want to apply this primer to the entirety of your lid, but you also want to make sure you're blending it out as you're doing so, because if it sets, it would not budge. It doesn't go anywhere once it's done setting. So I love this for my, like, 100 times out of 100 I'm probably using a Plouise base for my eyeshadow, even if I don't mention it in my videos. Like, it's that good. Blend this to oblivion, and it depends on also the kind of look you're going for. If I wanted it to be more like shouty and bright, I would have left more coverage on it on my lid, but the look I'm going for doesn't need that. I'm going to take a bit of the Younger Beauty concealer just to tone that down a bit, and I'm just toning it down in the crease because we need the lid to be bright, but the crease doesn't need to be bright. Just a very, we're going for a soft look today. And the consistency you want this to get to, or the texture you want this to get to, is dry, but it's not, you know, dry to the point where there's no single wetness on it. So if you just pack on your base and it's still very wet and you want to put your eyeshadow on it, it's not going to work. And also, if you're the type that likes to set with setting powder before going into eyeshadow, it's not also going to give you the same pigment, because now I'm using my eyeshadow to set the primer, so it's going to hold on to the eyeshadow and it will be more pigmented. For eyeshadow, it wouldn't be a Nigerian brand tutorial without me using my palette. If you know, you know. The girls that get it, the girls that don't. I'm just going to use this shade called White Truffle. It's such a pretty nude shade. It's like, it has a very tiny bit of orange in it, but it's more nude than anything else. Very pretty shade. And this is what I'm going to use on my lid first. Apply your lid color, then blend out your crease. That way you don't have to even reapply your lid color. You'll know exactly where everything is. Just look at how beautiful that shade is. Let me not toot my own horn, but yeah. Now that the eyes are looking that way, we are going to start applying the browns to kind of shade it and give it like that depth. They're like, ooh, deep, sexy, sultry. This brush is from Elsa's Pro, and I'm going with the brown shade on by in my palette, and I'm just going to, as you're doing this now, take your eyeshadow upwards. Trust me on this, regardless of your eye shape, take your eyeshadow upwards and blend it into your brows, because that's a nice brown shade. It's not going to do anything other than make your nose contour even more sultry. Don't go and do this with black or purple and say I sent you. My hand is not dim. So the next shade I'm going to go into is Risky. And Risky, we are going to go very, I'm changing my brush. This is the NK24, very light-handed because it's a black shade and we're not trying to make this a smoky eye, but we just want to create even more deepness in our crease. So like just lining your crease with this. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Without blending it so much, can you see the difference between here and here? So don't be afraid of black. Just control it. You can use black to literally deepen any shade, even a white shade. You can use black to deepen it. So now it looks like we used a dark brown, but we didn't use any dark brown there. We used a black to make it this way. Brush I used to apply that brown, and I just want to blur the lines between the two shades so that it's more like fluffy and blended out, not like you're seeing where the two shades meet. Going to the shade Precious, and Precious is just a very beautiful angel shade. I named it after my sister that passed. So it's very shimmery, very glittery, very speckly. Did I just say speckly? Sparkly. I'm going to use this same Younger Beauty brush I used to apply the eyeshadow, the nude eyeshadow. Spritz it with a bit of rose water just to make the colors a bit more pigmented, and I'm just going to tap it. I literally don't want this as an eyeshadow. I want this to act as a highlighter on my eyes. literally so pretty. Look at the lift on this eye compared to this eye. That's just what I wanted to achieve with this shade. And because that other nude shade is underneath as a base, this is popping up even more. Be even very pigmented when you use it in the, if you pack it on, it can be this pigmented. But I just want it as a topper, not an eyeshadow. That's why I have a base underneath it. For liner, I'm going to use this aqua liner first. It's from EA Beauty. I'll use this rose water to make my brush wet. That's how aqua liners work. You make this brush is from Picabel. Use this shade Gunu in my palette. Gunu is also named after my friend that is in heaven. Picabel NK9, and I'm just going to blend that. Not really blending, more like stamping on the line. I literally just had to stop, go and try to upload my YouTube video for today, because today is Monday. Upload it and also upload on Instagram. That's what I was doing. You won't know if I didn't tell you, but I'm back now. I love that lip balm so much from Nivea. Like, I literally am done. This is this is the end. Like, I'm done. This is it. That's how much I used this. I already got a new one though, so it's okay. Let's finish this makeup tutorial, shall we? I'm happy I was able to post. I thought I won't meet my schedule. For my waterline, I'm going to use this amazing pencil from Mera Cosmetics. There's nothing else that makes sense for doing your waterline that is not this product, because the way it's good, I've been mising it up so that it's not finished. I have to go and get more, but like, this is so amazing. If you're looking for the blackest black, the only thing I can compare this thing to is my Ingloss 77 gel liner. I can't even find it around here. This thing is so good. Let me not talk, let me show you. Like, look at the difference that literally made in just one swipe. I'll tight line. For liner, I'll be using this black one from Blot, and it's called Suit. And I just wanted to tell you, in case you didn't know, if you have any dried up gel products for eyeliner, eyebrows, anything, get you one of these. This is the Hager and Esther makeup tool. It's a very important product for you. Very, very important for professional makeup artists, personal makeup artists, all your dried up gel liners. Everything can be revived by this. So I've already put some of it in there, because you know they always get thick, and then I like to bring them back to liquid form. That is such a good investment. It's like, I don't think it's even up to 6,000 naira. And the one from Ingloss that is small, let me show you the one from Ingloss, because I have a lot of makeup. I'll show you. This one is like almost 14,000 naira. It does the same thing, Ingloss Duraline, but please look at the size difference. Look at the size difference. This one will last you ages, this one, because you literally need just one drop. The Ingloss one finishes quickly. So I'm just going to do my liner. I'm not aiming to make a winged out liner. I'm just going to put a lot here, like kind of maintaining this round shape. Notice I didn't wing out my eyeshadow the way I'd usually like. Where's my puff? There you go. Literally almost no liner is coming to your inner corner. That's how you do a rounder liner. Mascara, I'm going into my Nuban Beauty Sorosoke mascara. It's lengthening and volumizing, and I just wanted to show you guys, like, see, I don't know if you can see, but like a smile line has settled in. You know, the whole time I've been doing this makeup is about 3 hours because of moving around, trying to post, editing, doing stuff. So you've had time to see this liner, this smile line settle in, because of course I've been smiling, but I don't know if you can see that it's barely visible. If I had done all those things they normally show online to do, like set there, put primer, bake with powder, do this, do that, the line will be so much more visible than it is now. Before I go in with false lashes, let's do my inner corner, shall we? I almost forgot. I'm going in with a light pink base. I'm just going to tap that in there. You need this to just make this look pop even more. You could go ahead and do it without this, but this totally brings the look together. Next, I'm going in with this glitter glue. It's called Body Glue from Luster Cosmetics. This thing is so good. If you can look into the tube, you'll see that I finished it. Like, this is the only line that is remaining. Only here is like, this is the only little. If I bring it down, it's like just here. That's how much I've used this thing. I love it so much. It's good for your pigments, and the applicator is just very nice, like a lip gloss container. See, I wanted to say it didn't want to come out. This pigment is from Ewaron Care Beauty Pro, and it's called Pink Fairy. It's such a pretty pink fluttery shade, like almost iridescent. Just watch how it will light up this inner corner now. So I'll go in with a bit of that glue first, just a very tiny bit, and then go in with the pigment. Please tell me you are seeing that. I hope it's showing up on camera. So pretty in person. For lashes, I'll be using my So Pro Cosmetics Lash Lava. This is what I've always used. Like, it is so good, so fast drying. After I'm done doing that, I'm just going to blend out, not really blend, I'm just trying to take away the excess, the eyeshadow fallout, but like I'm leaving the majority of the powder there. That's how you get that extra like flawless bead, like underneath your eyes. No need to blend out the powder, just because over time as you're doing your makeup and moving around and stuff, there will be, the excess baking will be falling off, so whatever is left, just pounce it in. Look at how flawless that is. And for the rest of my face, I'm using this Nuban Beauty mineral powder. This is another thing I really think you should invest in. The only powder I've seen behave like this is MAC Mineral Skin Finish, and this powder just blends out your makeup so well. You can see how much I've used it. Like, I use it a lot, and I'm just using that to just blend everything, just to give it a like a singular canvas. You can see, just let the powder do the talking for you. You can see how this is way more like smooth, even. They are one family, and here you can still kind of tell the blush, powder, highlight, even this my smile line here. Let's blend that out. This powder is honestly so good, and you don't even need a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. Setting spray, I'll be using the Nuban Beauty Silly Setting Spray. How I like to use this is just to spray it on the beauty blender like so. I don't like to set the entirety of my face because my oils will still come through the day, and I just wanted to just make this under eye melt in more. That's why I usually just use this to do. So I'll show you the difference now. Can you see the difference? So for lips, I just dropped that Hager and Esther Duraline again into this Hager and Esther brow pomade, and that's what I'm using to line my lips. I'm using this gloss from Gile Beauty. It's called Candy, and it is so pigmented, so pretty. I initially did this entire look with like a nude lip on the live, but trying this is like, this is so pretty, So this is what we're going to be doing. This is the look. So my loves, that completes this tutorial. I really would love you to check out Gel Beauty. She's a butterfly, one of us, and she's just starting out this brand. Please support her. She has a wide range of lipsticks. I think there's red, there's another gloss. I've used the red in my story time on how my phone almost got stolen. Her lipstick was what I used for that look, and this is such a unique pink. Like, it is so, I don't like pink. You've probably never seen me wear pink, so you know, like, this is such a unique pink. It's like peach and pink together. I was going to do nude. I already had my nude lipstick set up, but I just picked this up and put it, and it goes so well with the look. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching Butterfly up until now. If you enjoyed, let me know what you think down below. I'm going to see all you amazing butterflies. Leave your comments with your butterflies. Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to see you in my next video. Okay, bye. Mwah.